At exactly at 11:11 p.m., Emma heard 3 knocks from inside her bedroom wall. She stopped breathing because there was no room behind that wall. Emma slowly touched the wall. Then, the 3rd knock came from beneath her hand. Emma stepped back. Then Emma saw something that made her heart stop. A door was slowly appearing on the wall, but Emma knew that door had never been there before. Emma slowly reached for the door. Then she heard a voice. Emma! It was calling her name. Emma opened the door, but there was no room behind it. There was a corridor, stretching somewhere that should not exist. Emma looked down the corridor. Something was standing at the other end. It was waiting for her. Emma knew she should close the door. Instead, she stepped inside. And the moment her foot touched the floor, Emma turned around. The door was gone, and so was her bedroom. Emma was trapped. Then Emma heard footsteps. She turned around, but nobody was there. Then she saw the footprints. They were coming closer. Emma looked toward the figure, and then she noticed something terrifying. It looked exactly like her. The figure slowly raised her head. Emma stopped. It was a girl who looked exactly like her. And then, very quiet, she smiled. The other Emma finally spoke. "You're too late." Emma stared at her. "Too late for what?" The other Emma suddenly pointed behind her. Her face changed. "Don't turn around." Emma stopped moving. Emma didn't turn around. Then she felt someone breathing behind her, and a voice whispered, "Emma." Emma turned around. There was nobody there, but something else had appeared. A photograph, and Emma was inside it. Emma looked closer at the photograph. Then she saw the date. Tomorrow. Savoy daint Shifen. It was a picture of something that hadn't happened yet. The other Emma finally came closer. She pointed at the photograph. Then she whispered, "That picture is not showing your future. It's showing mine." The other Emma reached into her pocket. She pulled out a small silver key. Then she gave it to Emma. "This is the only way out." But Emma noticed something strange. Emma looked at the key. Something was engraved on it. Her name, EMMA. But then she noticed something even stranger. Emma turned the key around. There was another engraving, 11:11. The other Emma suddenly stepped back. For the first time, she looked afraid. Then the clock struck 11:11 again. The other Emma suddenly panicked. "You have to go!" The corridor was disappearing, and Emma had only seconds left. Emma ran. The corridor was collapsing behind her. She could see the door, but it was getting smaller, and Emma knew she might only have one chance. Then Emma noticed something. A tiny keyhole, hidden beside the door. Emma looked at the silver key. Maybe this was what it was made for. Emma inserted the key, and suddenly, everything stopped. The corridor, the photographs, even time itself. Emma turned the key. For 1 second, nothing happened. Then, light! The entire corridor disappeared inside it. Emma opened her eyes. She was back in her bedroom. The door was gone. The corridor was gone. Everything was normal, except for one thing. Only 1 minute had passed. Emma looked at her hand. The key was gone. She searched everywhere. Nothing. Maybe it had all been a dream. Then Emma noticed her computer. The game was still running, but Emma had never seen this level before. She moved closer, and there she was, inside the game. The character slowly turned around. Emma stopped breathing. It had her face, her hair, even her clothes. Emma whispered, "That's me." The character looked directly at Emma and smiled. Emma slowly moved away from the screen, but the character followed her with her eyes. Then the screen went black. One message appeared. "See you tomorrow, Emma." Emma stared at the screen. She was sure she had never typed those words. Then she heard a knock. Emma slowly turned around. The wall was changing. A familiar golden light appeared. The door was back. Knock, knock, and this time, it was coming from inside. Emma walked toward the door. Her hand slowly reached for the handle. Then a voice came from the other side. "You forgot something," Emma whispered. "What?" And then, one tiny sound from behind the door. Emma looked down. Something was lying at her feet. Emma looked down. The key was back, but this time it was glowing. Emma knew she shouldn't touch it, but then the voice whispered, very quiet, "You left me there." Emma knew that voice. It was hers. The other Emma? But that was impossible. She had escaped. Or so she thought. Emma turned around. Nobody was there. She checked the entire room. Nothing. Then she heard the voice again. Not behind her. Inside the room. Emma finally understood. The voice wasn't coming from the room. It was coming from the key. Emma reached for it, and the key whispered, "Don't open the door." Emma didn't touch the door. She didn't touch the key. But the door opened anyway, and this time, someone was waiting on the other side. Emma finally saw who was waiting. It was her. Not a copy. Not a ghost. Her. From years in the future. And suddenly, Emma understood. The corridor had never been trying to trap her. It had been trying to warn her. But warn her about what? Some doors should stay closed. But would you open this one? If you want to know what happens next, come back for part 2.